we are going to start at the University of Louisville, where new coach Pat Kelsey is finishing his first week on the job, and it's been a busy week. He's added 3 new recruits. He has filled out his staff, although they haven't officially been announced. He has gone online and talked to fans on Twitter or X or whatever it is, and has lent his efforts to $1 million NIL fundraising effort. One weekend, what do you make of Mr. Kelsey?
I've been impressed. He's a thoroughly modern coach. He understands the way to communicate with people now. He understands what needs to be done to try and get Louisville fans back engaged with the program. He's done it in a multiple manner, and he knows he's got to go out and work the transfer portal vigorously. He's already landed 3 guys. By the time you watch this, who knows, it could be more.
Yeah.
We're now in a dead period in terms of recruiting, so he can't go out until after the Final Four is over, but so far, he's checked all the boxes that need to be checked.
Yeah, you look at this recruiting class, and I know people, as it started out, he's got 3 recruits. 2 of them played for him at Charleston. Rain Smith, who's a pretty good guard, a 3-point shooting guard, shot almost 40% last season from 3. And then he's got a big man who's a freshman last year. I don't know if he's a project, but he's more of a guy that's not going to start, but going to hopefully be a guy they can develop, James Scott. And then they got James Madison's Terrence Edwards Jr., who led that team in scoring, was a Sun Belt Player of the Year. Gonna vie to be a starting guard. He's a 6'6", kind of a swingman starting guard. So I've heard already people are like, well, we don't need to be taking mid-major transfers, but I'm telling you, if you look at the Final Four and look who's playing for NC State, look who's playing for Alabama, that's kind of the way to go right now.
Well, look at the starting guards at UConn. Cam Spencer started his career at Loyola of Maryland, then went to Rutgers, and Tristan Newton started his career at East Carolina. So mid-majors are fine if you find the right guys who want to be here, and you want guys who want to be coached. And that's what I think he's really looking for. He wants guys who want to be coached, and the way he likes to coach them. And that's different for everybody. So props to him. I think the kid from James Madison beat Michigan State the first game of the year. And I'm pretty sure they made the NCAA tournament. I don't remember who beat them.
Duke beat them, I believe, Duke pretty handily.
Right. James Madison had a very solid year this year. I think they only lost like 4 games.
31-4, I think, was their record after their NCAA tournament loss. And it's I had a Division I coach tell me once, he's like, he said everybody wants the guys from the name schools, but he says those guys aren't leaving a lot of times unless there was a problem at that school or they're just out for more money and not a whole lot else. You got to be careful with those guys and take the right ones. Louisville took one. Kenny Payne got a big one, and Brandon Huntley Hatfield, who has worked out well for him. Also got Sky Clark, who's gone, and Trey White, who's gone. They all came from high majors to Louisville, so it can work either way. We just have to kind of evaluate this roster in its totality, and that's the hard thing about it. There's going to be so many new guys to evaluate. You can catch every episode of Overtime on WDRB+.
Download the app on your phone or TV today.